What's happening, party people? Man, the more I work, the more it seems like I don't get done on this resto mod. But we got a few clips from that. We got a few things done. Got a lot of stuff zinc plated, which is going to be nice to have that stuff not looking ugly with different kind of rust. I kind of like taking that stuff apart and painting it black, but zinc coating is probably a better thing to do. Doesn't get scratched, it looks great, it's rust proof. Somebody asked if I could do a deal on that. Man, there's a lot of that stuff on YouTube. Maybe I will, but man, I really don't have time for that kind of stuff. So Alex suggested I get a bead blaster, step one, and then you start zinc coating stuff. But hey, I have to get a bead blaster first. It's the best way to clean stuff up. Hitting stuff with wire wheels, kind of dangerous and time consuming, and then you gotta get it coated for rust protection. Other than that, it'll probably rust in 3 days. But appreciate your support. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's clips. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert. That's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. This is hard to believe, but it is day 8 of the resto mod for this Volvo 850 T5R. Yesterday, right before we left, or midday, removed this bracket to change that front engine mount, and a bolt broke off in the engine. Took 4 hours to get that set up for a new bolt. 3.5 hours, maybe a little more, to use a Dremel to get that bolt out of that hole. And then we tapped it for a 10 by 125. I went to Home Depot and got one of those bolts, so we're ready to go back in. He suggested that I glue that thing in. I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not, but definitely gonna see if we can get some kind of torque on it. If not, it will be glued in. Then I'm gonna clean out this, replace some coolant hoses, and then we'll be ready to lower this thing down. We'll probably also do what I can to get this broken screw out since it's accessible. So let's keep working. I got a bolt missing out of the transmission, it looks like there, but I'll make sure I get the bottom ones in and torqued when I get it up in the air. So let's get cracking. Time's a wasting. Got that mounted and torqued in. Now I'm looking for the 15mm bolt. For that, I drilled out that broken screw because I couldn't back it out. Now I'm looking for a screw for that. We got the mount back on. We got the starter on. We're about to set this mount properly up there. We got the bracket that the cables mount to being zinc coated. A little bit by a little bit, we're moving forward. We also are going to replace this intake manifold. Can't find a gasket locally. We have to pick one up from the dealer tomorrow morning. That's the tool that my brother designed for pushing these bushings in. And I'm sure there was some other people that had something designed, or Volvo had one designed. But this is the one that I have. Now, Alex is in the process of mastering this tool. Let me get the right size wrench. I thought it was 17, but it's 18. And when Alex gets that tool mastered, he's going to be selling it. Now, I recommend that somebody in every group area buy one. You know, you guys should have a group in your area that purchases stuff like this, and then when somebody needs it, you just borrow it and then return it. And if you're not part of the group, you put a deposit in on it so that you bring it back, because people that borrow stuff don't always bring stuff back. But anyway, this is the best tool to set these bushings in here. It takes about 5 minutes to replace one of these bushings with this tool. I had a loaner, but I loaned it and didn't get it back. So I can't loan it anymore. I gotta keep the one I have, but that's perfectly set in there for these upper torque mount bushings. Most auto parts stores quit selling that bushing because people couldn't get them in and they're bringing them all back. There you have it. Nice and easy. All done. Move on to the next task, which is probably removing this intake manifold from this car and replacing these fuel injectors and stuff like that. We have the intake manifold off. We lost one of the gaskets in the rail when we pulled the rail off of the fuel injectors. One of these little things. I've seen that thing rolling down the front of the engine and disappear. So we got 4 of those and 4 of the seals, and one of the seals is still on the injector right there. We just need to figure out where that other gasket went or not. I don't know if we need them or not with the green injectors, but we'll find out. We fire that thing up and it starts leaking. Now this is the bracket a lot of people trap under the intake manifold whenever they do the PCV system. I normally just get rid of the bracket, but it is supposed to be there to hold this tube down and tight to the engine, keeping it pushed back so that it doesn't pull off of that tube, cause you problems. Anyway, let me look under this engine for this seal. Maybe it just kept rolling back there. I'll go behind the engine and look. But I can't find it in none of the crevices. I found 2 of them in crevices, but can't find that last one in the crevice. Heck, it might be in a crevice behind this box. But I thought I saw it roll down behind this alternator. It looked like these greens have been serviced. I don't think they need any of these gaskets or anything that I have out of that. So I'm gonna put these in the rail, install them in the intake manifold, and be good to go. Yes, folks, there we have it. It is zinc plated. Getting ready to mount this on that intake manifold. Whoop, whoop. Well, folks, we're gonna call it. We got a few things done. We got the wire harness stuff done. We got the intake manifold parts swapped over. We replacing the coolant line, coolant supply line for the turbo back there. Got this engine mount finished. Installed the slave cylinder. And man, I feel like I did much more, but we got a couple of coolant hoses on. I guess not much more than that. We'll shut it down for today and pick it up tomorrow. Live and cracking. Yes, folks, we are going to unbox this product and let you know how it works. It is made in China. China. There it is. It is an air fryer. Purchase it from Amazon. I guess this is some kind of shelf or grill that goes in there. Let's get it the rest of the way out of the box. I was hoping this be traveling size because we rather air fry to heat up our food instead of microwave. Here he is. Laurel. Is that how you pronounce that? Let me get this tape off. Pulled some tape off the top. And we'll see how it works shortly. So, I've never had an air fryer before, and my wife has. She said it was a good idea to put this air fryer liner in there. So, this looks like a small compact one. I don't think that liner's gonna fit in there. Nope. It looks like it's too big. Let's puff it up, see if it does any better. Puffing it up, got it close, but it's still too big hanging out around there. So whatever size this is, we'll get the next one down. That's a quart size. So we don't want that size, we want the next size down. And I'm gonna heat up some stuffed mushrooms that I got from the restaurant. So I'm gonna wash this out, plug this thing in, see how it works. Got some kind of display. It has instructions with it. I'm gonna read over the instructions and give you the cliff notes to that. That was pretty much it. Now, as far as this air fryer, it's got a little lit panel. You touch a few buttons, you adjust the temperature, adjust the time, let that thing run. I'm not real good at reviewing stuff like that, so it seems to be working good. It's healthier to heat stuff up with some kind of heating apparatus like an oven or a electric toaster than it is microwaving. At least that's what they say, so take that as you will. But getting some traction, man. I hope we get this car back together and running soon. We are eating this rack up. Day 8, I never thought it would take that long. Anyway, appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.